Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to our seminar for our IAD group that's traveling from the 23rd and returning back on the 2nd of January. Today, inshallah, we will be covering a few topics, starting with, inshallah, introduction to our group leaders. And then from there, inshallah, we will move on to our group schedule. And then some tips for your packing. And we will talk about nuzuk at the end. And then from there, we will be, inshallah, opening it up for Q&A session. So if you have any questions, you are more than welcome to put it in the chat. And at the end of the meeting, we will be covering all the questions from there. And then everyone will have opportunity to, inshallah, unmute themselves and, inshallah, ask their questions as well, too. So without any further ado, I would like to have Brother TJ just come on mic and just introduce himself, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Tahir Javed, TJ. So inshallah, I will be see you all at the Medina airport, and I'll be with the group.
Thank you. My name is Harun Hassan, inshallah, and I will also be taking care of you. Me and Brother Tahir Javed, we take care of groups throughout the year. And both of us will be involved with this group, inshallah. And I hope from this seminar you do get prepared for this trip and ready to go, inshallah, and focus on your ibadat while me and Brother Tahir Javed, then including more of our team members that can actually focus on the logistical aspects of this trip while, you focus on your ibadat, inshallah. So I want to go ahead and get started with the schedule. The flight is on the 23rd, which is a Saturday, and the flight will be leaving from IAD, Washington Dulles Airport, located in Virginia. So inshallah, you will be departing at 7:10 p.m. from there. One of our representatives, inshallah, will be meeting you in IAD Airport. They will be handing you over a Ainul Harmain bag. And it's highly recommended to keep this bag with you rather than putting it in your luggage. It makes it easier for us to recognize you from far away, who is with our group and who's not with our group. And anytime you may get lost somewhere, it does make it easier for us. And these bags also come in handy when you go into Haram. So please try to utilize these bags while you're in the trip. It helps us, and inshallah, I hope it helps you out as well too. You will be arriving, inshallah, in Riyadh Airport approximately 2:45 p.m. You will clear your immigration over there, and you do have to change the terminal to go to the domestic terminals. They have signs for a shuttle as soon as you exit. You don't need to collect your luggage. You will get your luggage when you arrive in Medina Airport. It does get transferred off automatically. So you have your flight for Medina at 7:30 p.m. And then from there, you will be arriving at Medina Airport at 9:10 p.m., where myself and Brother Tahir Javed, both of us, inshallah, hopefully will be receiving you from the airport, or one of us will be there at least, inshallah, so we can take care of you. And once you arrive, the first goal is to get you settled into the hotel. Once you're settled in, we will focus on doing a walking tour on the same day, so you are prepared for the remaining of the trip. What do you need to do? How do you get to Haram? Where is the closest women's gate to enter into the masjid? Where is the closest men's gate to enter into the masjid? And we will be showing you some places around the masjid, and including where to get in line for the Roda, for Riyazul Jannah. We will be covering where do the men go for the salam, where can the men go into Jannatul Baqi. So all these things we will be covering, and the tour does approximately take 1 hour. So if your family is very tired, or if yourself are very tired, at least have one person join in for the tour so they know exactly where everything is, and it will make things much easier for you, inshallah. So the following day will be a free day for you, which is also a good day to get your permits to go to the Roda, Riyazul Jannah. Any of the days during our trip are good to go, but the only time you actually want to avoid is maybe if you feel you will be very tired the night when we arrive. So the morning of the 24th may not work out as well. So it's better to go with the evening of the 24th, or maybe the morning of the 25th might work out much better. Our historical tours are from 8 a.m. in the morning till Zohar time, so we will be back before 12. We do want to make sure you can catch your Dhuhr prayer in Masjid Nawawi. So we make sure we bring back the tours. And inshallah, our historical tours will be on the 26th. On the 27th and 28th, you have 2 free days. So these days are also good to take out your permits. And on the 29th, inshallah, you will be moving to Makkah. And your departure will be after Zohar, inshallah. So once we arrive in Makkah, the first thing we do is we want to make sure you get settled into the hotel. After that, we will give you a time to go and perform Umrah, inshallah. We are expecting to perform Umrah anywhere, go between 8 and 10 p.m. So do keep those times in your mind when you're taking out the permit. So anytime after 8 p.m. is good for taking out the permits. And then you have the following day is a free day. And then you will have your, inshallah, Makkah historical tours on Sunday. And Monday you have another free day in Makkah. You can utilize these free days to do additional umrahs if you're looking to do them. And then on Tuesday morning, inshallah, we will be departing to the airport to inshallah make it for the flight at 8:45 a.m. So we will approximately be leaving around 3:20 a.m. To make it in time for the airport. And sometimes the ways do close closer to Fajr time, so we do like to give that additional time to get to the airport. Other than that, I do want to cover some tips for your packing. Please make sure you're carrying all the medications you may need during the trip. The other thing is you may also want to make sure you have a jacket, and you are allowed 2 luggages for your allowance, and you're also allowed a personal item. Also carry a refillable water bottle, so you can use that to actually use it for Zamzam, inshallah, while you're over there. Other than that, Nuzuk, I hope everyone was able to activate their Nuzuk app. And then from there, you do need to realize, like, if you're traveling with kids, you do need separate devices for them, and you do need a internet connection. So keeping all those things in mind, I want to make sure everyone is good to go, inshallah, on Nuzuk. And if Brother Tahir Javed wants to add anything, I would like to hand it over to him so he can talk a little bit. And inshallah, from there, we can continue. So,
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, once you are in the Medina, we will be doing a local tour over there of the Markaziyya and surrounding the Masjid Nabi. And also, as Brother Harun mentioned, we will be doing the ziyarat. So in the ziyarah, inshallah, we will take you to the Shuhada, Masjid Qiblatain, Masjid Quba, and as well as any other ziyarat if time allows. The first ibadah during all this holy tour is the salah. Salah performing in Masjid al-Nabi and Masjid al-Haram. So we have to make sure we be in the masajid, the both masajid, for all the first ibadah. And the other thing is as Brother Harun mentioned, our connection flight for from Jeddah to Medina. So make sure everybody is on time and be there about 2 hours before the gate. Uh, and the Zamzam, please don't buy any Zamzam from the stores. Only Zamzam allow at the airport. The Zamzam sold at the airport. That's in a special packing. Also, when you're taking the Nusuk app, make sure they have military time, 100 hours to 2400 hours. So sometime if you picking up 300 hours, so it will be 3 o'clock in the morning. And somehow if you miss your appointment, then you will not able to do it because it's only allow after 45 days. For brother, they can go to Roza Rasul anytime for go to the Salam. But if you're going to pray in Riyadul Jannah, you're gonna need the permit. I'm sorry. Um, Other than that, if you guys have any other question, we are ready to answer it.
All right, thank you, Brother Tahir Javed. So I'm going to go ahead and take the questions in the chat first. I see there are two questions. I'm going to answer them, and then we can open it for the rest of the group to actually unmute themselves and ask as well. So I have the first question is, can you wear a mask when we are in Ihram? Also, do we have to wash our Umrah clothes with unscented detergent? So the answer for the first question is, if you're wearing it for medical reasons, it's okay. But if you are, let's say you wear niqab, the niqab should not be touching your face. So you should have something hanging over your face if you're still trying to do your niqab while you're in ihram. So a mask for medical reasons is okay. But if you're just wearing the mask for the sake of just wearing a mask, it is not allowed. Nothing should be touching your face. Also, do we have to wash our umrah clothes? So your umrah clothes can be washed with scented detergent. The restrictions come in to actually use something scented after the conditions of ihram apply to you, and which we will cover during our historical tour. And on our way to Makkah, inshallah, we will be going over that in more details. And for extra umrah, we do not provide service to take you to Masjid Aisha, but you are more than welcome to do so on your own if you're planning to do multiple umrahs. I do want to open up the group to make sure if anyone wants to ask any questions and unmute themselves, you are more than welcome to do so. So I see another question. What were the what the historical tours in Medina, were covering four main locations, and out of the four locations, there are two locations where we stop to pay our respects to the Shohada, the martyrs of the Uhud war. We also pass by Qiblatain and Sabah Masajid, which is the Khandaq site, and then we stop at Masjid Quba to pray two rakats over there. In Makkah, we cover Jabal Sur, we cover all the hut sites, and there's a lot of locations in there. And then after that, we also cover Jabal Noor and a few other masajids after that. So those are the sites we cover in Makkah and Medina. If anyone would like to, okay, I see more. Do you reserve Roda and Umrah for us? So you do need to make the reservations through Nuzuk by yourselves. So that's why it's very important we get this done in advance. The permits should be opening for this group on either the coming anywhere between Wednesday and Friday. They will be opening up the permits all the way for the following week. So this week they opened up the permits Friday. Sometimes they change the date to Wednesday. So I highly suggest to check the app on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You don't need to constantly be on the app, but it's a good idea to check it maybe once in the morning, once in the evening. Usually they open up the permits in the AM hours, so it's a good idea maybe when you wake up around Fajr time to check, and then maybe around the afternoon time.
Brother Harun, this is Nada. So we're 4 days in Medina and 4 days in Mecca, or we're just traveling a lot?
No, that's 5 days, 5 nights actually, I should say. 5 nights in Medina and 4 nights in Makkah.
4 nights in Mecca. Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
you're welcome. So for the Umrah, please take out a permit for the evening of the 29th for 8 p.m. anytime after. That's when we will be, inshallah, arriving and doing Umrah with the group. You are more than welcome to do it on your own time as well, too. Usually with the group, we perform our umrah usually in within like half an hour to 45 minutes after arriving. We do want to make sure you can relax a little bit, and we do see the situation of the group before we proceed to post the time for the group. So a lot of these things, they will be dependent on what time we go, will be when we depart from Medina, how efficiently we make our stops, and how soon we arrive, because sometimes maybe everyone in the group is tired. So it's important that we give you some extra rest. I see another question. So the group at exactly 8 exactly or 8 for Umrah permits is not a problem. It's the Roda permits which we need to worry about more. Anytime at 8 or after is completely okay. For the Roda, any open day is good for the Roda. So I would suggest evening. I wouldn't say do it for the evening of the 24th, but anytime for the 25th, anytime for the 26th, excluding our tour times, which is from 8 a.m. to noon. And then anytime on the 27th, anytime on the 28th. So you do have quite a few days, and we will also be sharing the calendar within the group. So you have the calendar in front of you. You don't have to reserve anything for Salam, and Salam is a men only activity, which inshallah we will cover when we're doing our walking tour on the first day.
Salam alaikum, brother. I just have
Wa
a
alaikum
question.
assalam.
I just have a question. I just wanted to understand. So whenever the times becomes available on the Nusk app, we make the reservation for Rawda and for Umrah, like when it
So
becomes available.
for Umrah, they are available for our dates right now. And like I mentioned before, the restrictions are very eased for Umrah because they have a lot more space for people to perform Umrah. So they don't check as aggressively. But for the Roda, it's very limited, and the Roda is a very small space. So it's highly suggested to take your permit out. When we see the permits open, we will also share it in the group as well too. But if you see the permit before us, please just make sure to take out the permit. It's very important that we do this before we travel.
Okay,
I have
and then do we need like a Saudi SIM card, or can we just like do the
No,
reservation
you,
by our
you
own
can
drive?
activate the app on your US number, on your email. The one-time password comes within your email. So you will need access to an email even while you're over there. So try to do it on the email that you have access to on your phone. And it's very important that you have internet connection as well too. There were quite a few people in our November groups that did not take the internet connection option. They did not purchase a local SIM either for the internet connection, and they made it to the Roda on the right time and everything, and they were logged out of the application and they did not have internet to log back in. So it's very important because this is an activity they only allow once every 45 days, and we are only days for such a limited time that if we miss this opportunity, then this will happen in another trip. That's one of the reasons why we do these seminars, because before the pandemic, it was not a necessity. We were able to cover these things while we were in Saudi, because it was anyone can go at any time and there were no limitation. But now everything is running systematically, so it's very important. We prepare you for the Nuzuk app and making sure that you have your permits before you leave.
Brother Harun, would you guys be also providing us with materials to like read and the
We
dua
will
or
be
anything? Or
sharing. We will
yeah,
be sharing a guide, inshallah, Umrah guide, and
okay.
myself and Brother Tahir Javed, both of us are, we're basically in Saudi almost every month taking care of groups. So we are traveling from the New York side because we live in New York, but we will be taking care of this group as well too. So inshallah, we will be guiding you throughout the trip, and any of the duas, everything, inshallah, you will find it in the guide, and you can always ask us questions too whenever you see us over there, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Myself and Brother Tahir, both of us will be there, inshallah, in Medina, receiving the group. Do we have to reserve paying? So when you go for the salam, there are no permits for that. It is you can go as many times as you want. If anyone else has any questions, please feel free to post it in the chat. Do we have to reserve? So if you require a wheelchair, so for the Umrah, I cover this in a lot of details when we're traveling between Medina and Mecca. For the wheelchair, you don't really reserve it beforehand. When we come down from the hotel, we will assist you. They usually charge anywhere from 250 to 300 reals. They will do the whole Umrah and they will bring you back to the hotel lobby. If you decide to take electric wheelchair option, I believe for a double wheelchair they're charging about 220 or 230. But you do have to walk inside and pay for the wheelchair inside and do it. But we will, inshallah, like I mentioned, like these, I understand the needs for accessible services. So I like to cover this in complete detail. In Medina, if you have a wheelchair, so if it's a male should be pushing the wheelchair in order to go for the roda, and they are a little less restrictive when it comes to the roda and people on wheelchair. So you only need one permit for the person pushing and the person sitting on the wheelchair. And they I highly suggest, if you're planning to buy a wheelchair from there, or you're trying to borrow from the hotel, to actually purchase the wheelchair when you're in Saudi. And inshallah, when you're done with the trip, donate the wheelchair, because once you leave it in the hotel, it's sadaqah jariyah. Many people will be using it to perform umrah, to go back and forth from haram. Many people borrow wheelchairs from the hotel. So if you have a need for a wheelchair and someone, they can walk a little bit and they don't really need a wheelchair for throughout the trip, at least in the traveling, I would highly suggest to purchase a wheelchair from Saudi and donate it before you leave from there.
Also, how far is Al Aqiq from Masjid Nabawi?
It's very close. It's right next to it. We're talking about maybe about a minute and a half.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Listen, وإياكم. So inshallah, if there are no more questions, and of course, me and Brother Tahir Javed, both of us will be available. So inshallah, we will be taking care of you. It's about a minute and a half. I see the same question, Medina. Yeah, the hotel in Medina is actually Crown Plaza. It's not Al Aqiq. I just want to confirm that. The Medina is it's Crown Plaza. It's about like a minute and a half walk to Haram.
Brother Harun, Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
I have a
Walaikum salam.
question. Are you going to provide any guidance how to wear ihram properly?
We can guide you while we're there, inshallah. We can come and talk to you. Usually, people, they may get the ihram like 2-3 days before, and they will try to wear it over their clothes. But if you still need assistance after that, inshallah, we can assist you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, inshallah, one of our representatives will be at Washington, D.C. airport. We will announce that in the group a day before. And also, just if you haven't added all your family members in the groups, please share the link for the group, so every family member can be added, inshallah. And this way, whenever we post anything, everyone is able to get the notifications.
Brother Harun, I have
Yes.
another question. How many people in our group?
This group is going to be, as of right now, it's about 20. I'm expecting 3 more people to join the group, so it will be approximately 23.
That includes kids as well, right?
Everyone included.
Okay.
It's going to be about 20 to 23.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Also, I just want to point out one more thing. When I was looking at the Nusk app and I was looking at the Rawda, even though like slots are not open right now, part of the instructions, it says that you have to be like in Saudi like 6 hours before your booking or something like that. So does that mean we cannot do any booking even when it opens?
You can you can do the booking, sister. It's not a problem. I mean, for most of our groups, everyone is doing the booking before they leave from here. Nobody is doing the booking in Saudi because all the slots, they get booked out. The current system, they made it easier. As soon as you have your visa number, you use your email and your phone number, and you add some other personal information in there, and you activate your account. So it's very important that you activate it as soon as possible. And for your Umrah, you can take out the permit today, even right now, if you have already activated it. For the Roda, I keep mentioning the Roda because Umrah is not a problem. We're not going to have any issues. Even if you have no permits for Umrah, the whole group will get in. I've taken groups and groups and groups, and sometimes it's 30 of us, 40 of us, 50 of us. They did not check the permit for any of us. We all just walked in and we were able to perform our Umrah and come out. Nobody checks. But for the Roda, because the space is so limited, that they will be checking every single person that's entering.
And I know you mentioned this at the beginning, but what time are we going to arrive on the 24th to Medina?
Approximately, the flight will land at 9:10 p.m. By the time we get to the hotel, I would say would probably be around 10:30. But I don't suggest to take out permits for the morning of the 25th either, because it's important you get there, we do the walk-in tour, you know where everything is, and then it's more important to rest after that, because a lot of the times we get there, we're excited, we're up for 2 3 days, and then we're sleeping throughout the trip. So you have to keep up with your health as well. It's very important.
Okay, and the tour is going to be on the 25th, the next morning.
The tour will be, first we have a walking tour as soon as we get there on the 24th. And then on the 26th, we have a tour in the bus. So there are two separate tours that will happen in Medina.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Thank you so
وإياكم
much.
وإياكم, inshallah. So, Jazakallah khair, everyone, for joining. A recording will be available for this meeting, inshallah, either sometime tonight or tomorrow morning. Inshallah, looking forward to